Hello folks, we come to the part 11 video of the miscellaneous exercise chapter 9 and the fag end of the chapter with 3 word problems. Let's see this problem number 30. It says that a man deposited 10,000 in a bank with 5% simple interest that gives him annually at 5%. What is the amount at the 15th year and also the amount after 20 years? So that's how we have to find this. Nothing, simple interest we have been doing from when 7th standard, 8th standard, right? So, but it's the amount that they want. So every time we will find out what these amounts are and how it is going to give us whether it follows an AP or a GP, because that is our concern. Then from there we will calculate whatever that they have asked. So here amount at the end of the first year is principal plus interest. So 10,000 plus PNR upon 100, 10,000 number of year 1 here. Then interest is rate of entry PNR 5 by 100. Zeros will knock off. 500. So it is 10,500. Then amount at the end of second year. Same way, 10,000 plus 10,000 into 2 years. Now 5 by 100, so it's 1,000, so it will become 11,000. Then amount at the end of third year. Same way, 10,000 plus 10,000 into 3 into 5 by 100, so 15, so 11,500. So what happens for these amounts can we observe? Yeah, it is a AP with the amounts are this is an AP with A 10,500, T 500 and N as and when they ask us. Now see, we have to be a little careful about this question. They say that you have to find out the amount at the 15th year. At the 15th year means after the 14th year, right? Amount is always after, so after the 14th year. So let's apply the formula. Amount at the 14th year is going to be after the 14th year A plus N minus 1D, 13D. So A for us 10,500 plus 13. This we here itself will familiarize. A1, A2, A3, right? So 13D for us 500. 13 into 5, I am very well versed, 65. So it is 6500. Let's add it. 17,000 rupees he will get at the end of the 14th year or in the 15th year. Now he wants the amount at the end of the 20th year. That was very well defined. Amount at the end of 20th year is A plus 19D by formula. So it is what? 10,000. So much more convenient. That is, you have to do all this, isn't it? Just directly you're getting. D is 500 and 19. This also 95. So 10,000, 9,500, 00591, 19,000. Am I okay? Yeah, 19,500 rupees he'll get at the end of the. No, something has gone wrong. A plus N. Why have I written it as 10,000? It is 10,500. That's why. No longer 19,500, it's 20,000. Yeah, because we take the first A1 always, right? So that's about this. Next, our problem is problem number 31, where they say that there is a machine which is costing 15,625 rupees, but then there is a depreciation. Every machinery a manufacturer it's costing him this, it will depreciate by 20%. Find out the amount of that machinery at the end of 5 years. It will depreciate, machinery, then many things. These are things of liability where the cost is going to depreciate. Things like your jewelry or your plot, that will only appreciate, but this will depreciate, right? Or your electronic goods, your mobile phones, your laptops, always there will be a depreciation. So this is going to depreciate. So depreciation percentage is 20%. If that is the case, he asks us to find out what is the amount at the end of the 5 years. So we are going to do this. Amount at the end of first year, amount at the end of second year, amount at the end of third year, then find out whether it is an AP or a GP, then amount at the end of 5 years, right? So here the amount of the machine at the end of first year. We here itself call it as A1, and we have learned it in the 8th standard at length, depreciation. That is P into 1 minus R by 100, that kind of formula. So P 15625, 1 minus R, that is 20, whatever rate they have told us. Here itself we'll solve it. 15625. There is that n over here. Okay, so every time the number of year will add. So it is 100. It's like 100 by 100 minus 20. So it's 80 by 100 or 8 by 10. Or you can even solve it. It can become 15625. 2 4s are 2 5s are 4 by 5. Reduced form. Right. Now, also, the amount at the end of the second year is going to be 15625 into 4 by 5 raised to 2. At the end of first year is A1, at the end of second year it's A2, and A3. It's going to be 15625 into 4 by 5 raised to 3. Right? AP or GP? Earlier one was AP. Whether this is GP, AP? GP, because same factor is multiplying. 4 by 5 multiplied, 4 by 5 multiplied, right? So these amounts are 15625 into 4 by 5 by 15625. You could multiply it and find out, but why take all the trouble? And so on. So this is a GP with A as 15625 into 4 by 5 and the multiplying factor is 4 by 5. Therefore, if I amount at the end of fifth year is going to be 15625. You can use your common sense from here and find out 4 by 5 raised to 5 it will be, but we'll technically use it. A into R raised to N. A into R for us 4 by 5 raised to N fifth year minus 1 by 4 by 5 minus 1. This is technically, but actually you could have got it directly. 156, 1 minute. They have asked us the amount, isn't it? Why are we doing the sum? Amount. Amount is A R raised to N minus 1. So A R N minus 1, 5 minus 1, 4. So 15625 into 4 raised to 1 into 4 raised to 4, 4 raised to 5, 5 raised to 5. Now 5 raised to 5, it is 3125, whether we know it, and that is 5 times this. I don't know whether we know the powers of 5. 5 raised to 1, 5, 5 raised to 2, 25, 5 raised to 3, 125, 5 raised to 4, 625, 5 raised to 5, 3125, 5 raised to 6, 15625. That's why we got it cut like that. Right. Now what is left? 5 into 4 raised to 5. Let's borrow 1 4 from here and remaining 4 raised to 4 let it be there. What's the advantage? 5 4s are 20. And then 4 raised to 4 we know, or you can have 2 raised to 8. Either it's 4 raised to 4 or 2 raised to 8. I am very comfortable with 2. So 2 raised to 8 is 5 1 2. No. 2 raised to 8 is 256. So into 256. That when we multiply it will become 5 1 520 rupees. A thing which was costing 15,000 plus is costing only 5,000 plus after 5 years. That's a sorry state. After 5 years, it's going to go down so much. That's the depreciation amount, and that was our problem number 31. Now we go to problem number 32. It says that there is 150 workers who were engaged to finish a job in certain number of days. 4 workers dropped out on the second day, 4 more on the third day, and so on. It took 8 more days to finish the work. Find the number of days in which the work was completed. I don't know. I wonder why the work was so complicated that people started dropping. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's possible that the workers found the work so tough that they had to drop out. Or sometimes it could be possible that a bunch of workers were lazy. So they said, no, this is not my cup of tea. So I should excuse me for the cold that I have. Right. So that's about the dropping out business. Now let's find. So what has happened is finally the work gets done, but if they had estimated that it will finish in a certain number of days, it took 8 more days to finish the work because of this dropping out thing. So they had to get the work done from the remaining workers. So let's see now how to do it, right? 150 workers were supposed to finish a work, but they took 8 days more because every day 4 people were dropping, right? So let 150 workers take n days to complete the work. I don't know, from time immemorial, when we have been doing word problems right from the beginning, this water filling problem and this work problem where people are doing work, we always go for inverse proportion because they are inversely proportional. So to go to 1, and find out about 1. A and B, they finish the work in 3 days. How much work will be, what we do, the work that they have finished in 1 day, and then we start doing. That's how you can do such kind of problems. So because they follow an inverse proportion, so you cannot, like how we did it here, doesn't go so swiftly. You have to analyze and do. Okay, first let's make ourselves clear that 150 people in n days, they will finish the work, right? So there is 150 n work, you can think of it like that, okay? That much work is there to be completed. So 150 workers are finishing in n days, they are finishing the work. So one worker in n days, how much work will he finish? In n days, one worker will finish 1 by 150th of the work, right? Because 150 workers in n days, they are completing that much. So if 1 is there, he is going to do only 1 by 150th of the work in n days. Now if he has only 1 day, one worker in 1 day will finish only 1 by 150th of work. Okay, like the work could be anything, like even reading a book, it's a work, right? Or maybe, stitching. A big thing has to be stitched. One person starts from this side, like that. So many people will finish that work in so many days. So it's a work, so many people. So in 1 day, one person, suppose you reading a book, of course many people together cannot do, so that we can get across, like stitching a thing or cleaning a lawn. You have a lawn, big lawn to clean, right? And then so many people are doing the work, they take 10 days to finish the work. So in 1 day, one person, such a small portion, then so like that, so many people, so many days, we are finishing the work, like that. That's how you see it. I think we can take it like that lawn, there's a lawn, big lawn to come clean. So many people take so many days. So in 1 day, small portion. So that portion is 1 by 150th of the portion is done in 1 day by one worker, right? So let's analyze. On first day, what happens? First day, there are 150 workers. So this is 1 day's work. So how much work will get done? 150 by 150n. This you have to understand. That one person's share of work is 1 by 150n. That much work is there for one person to complete. On the first day, there were 150 people. So how much work they will complete? One person's share into 150 will be the amount of work that they will complete on the first day. Right? This has to get inside your head, that one person's share of work is 1 by 150n. Since there were 150 people on the first day, they have completed 150 into 1 by 150n work. So this is the amount of work that got completed in the first day. Then second day and so on. And we have to make it more rigorous, the way of writing, so that you understand it very well when you study it itself. N days to complete the work. The total amount of work is 150n. Therefore, amount of work done by one worker in 1 day is 1 by 150n. Of work for 150 workers for n days. When we did inverse proportion in our 8th standard, there are some reference books which gives us, our textbook we would have only 2 columns, but in the reference books we had those 3 columns where there are 3 variants. And depending on the 3 variants, you have to put your terms and then do it. A person who would have done those problems very well can combat these problems also well. The base of this was laid there. So this is the amount of work that one worker does in 1 day is so much. So that's a share of one person's work. So amount of work done on the first day, amount of work done on the first day. First day all the workers were there, so it was 150 into 1 by 150n. That means it is 150 by 150n. Then next day 4 of them dropped, so there was only 146 work done on the second day. So that was 146 and so much work they had to do. So it was like 146 by 150n. On the next day, what happened? Amount of work done on the third day was 4 more drop, no? So it became 142. 142 by 150n. Like that, it kept on continuing. See, so here, this is the work finally. 150 by 150n, the first day's work. Next day's work, 146 by 150n. Next day's work, 142 by 150n. Then so on. It was to be completed in n days, but it took n plus 8 days. And finally, the work got completed. When the work gets completed, you get 1. That means the work is over. Yeah, the entire work is done. That means it is kind of, you look at it as 1. Okay, so once we see this situation, we could see, n plus 8 terms actually. So what will happen? This 1 by 150, it's common. Let's take it out. So what we have, 150, 146 and so on. How about this? These are n plus 8 terms. This is an AP, right? How? With A as 150 and D as minus 4, right? So that will allow us to give the sum also. What's the sum? N by 2, so n plus 8 by 2, 2A, 2 into 150, plus n minus 1, that means n plus 8 minus 1, who can tell me? N plus 7, D is minus 4, equal to 1. We'll have to borrow some place from here, I don't think this is sufficient. Okay, 1 by 150n into n plus 8 by 2, this is 300 plus, when we open the bracket, n plus 3, is it? I hope everything is okay. N minus 1 d, oh, so no, it is into, isn't it? So this is going to be minus 4n and then minus 28 equal to 1. Let me quickly borrow the place from here. Yes, so what happens? We have n plus 8, 2 into 150 n inside the bracket. It is 300 minus 28. How much is that? 10 minus 8, it's 2, and 9 minus 2, it's 7. 272 minus 4n is 1. You could have this 2 cut. This is 2 times 136 minus 2n. Actually, writing this is as good as writing, so that the 2 gets cut. So you get n plus 8 times 136 minus 2n and 150n. Let's take it on the other side. Let's open this up. 136n minus 2n squared plus, have this opened up, minus 16n. 136 into 8. How much is that? 6 8s are 48, 4 carry. 8 3s are 24 and 4 28 to carry. 8 1s are 8, 9 10. 1088. 1088 equal to 150. And now these are all scattered. Let's have it on one side. Let this go there because this minus is there. Plus 16n minus 136n plus 150n minus 1088 equal to 0. So it's 2n squared. How about this? How about this actually? 150 minus 136 will be 14, is it? Yeah, 14 and this 16 will be 31. No, 14 and this 16 will be 30. And 1088 equal to 0. So this is n squared plus 15n minus 2 common. 544. I don't know what it is going to land up into. 544. 227. Oh, this is there. 136. We did it. 2, 1 2 3 4 5. Oh, 1 2 3 4 5. 32 and 17. Oh, readily we got it. N squared plus 32n minus 17n. Readily we get it. So n into n plus 32 minus 17 times n plus 32 equal to 0. The two factors. Either n is 17 or n is minus 32. Because it is number of days, you cannot have it as minus 32. So we have to take n as 17. Therefore, n equal to 17. That's all what is asked. Let's check what is asked. Number of days in which the work is completed. This is proposed, but it did not get completed. It took more time, right? So therefore, the number of days in which it was completed. Number of days required for the work to get completed. Taken is 17 plus 8, 25 days almost it took after employing so many people. Also imagine the owner's plight, how much trouble he would have been in order to gather the resources for all this. Okay, so that's about this problem. 32nd problem, where we had these workers creating so much of panic and trouble that we had to break the problem like this. You have to watch out for such problems. If we have such problems coming in the entrance, etc., the strategy and the way of application, that method we should be knowing, and we should go in for solving more problems of this kind. So that's about this, and we wind up the chapter also with this. Thank you. Next, we are coming with the next chapter. Thank you.